We're starting with a Lumberg Line-X master block that has one rotary switch changed. The 1X switch remains at 0, the X10 switch remains at 0, and the X100 switch is set to CC link, which is the 6th position on the switch. When the X100 is on the 6th position and the other two are at 0, it will come up with an initial address of 192.168.3.1. So we will, at this point, go to a web page, type in 192.168.3.1. We want to turn 1A into IO link, save config, type in admin and private, username and password. 2A, we're going to do the same, little wrench, down here to IO link and save. 3A, we will do the same. Save config, and 4A, we will do the same. Link, save config. Now, since our PLC is at 192.168.173, and we want this on the same subnet, we are going to click the system here, come over here, and we're going to punch in an address for this of 192.168.175 with a mask of 255, 255, 255, and 0. We'll hit submit, and our settings were successfully saved. At this point, we will remove power from our block and turn power back on. Our Line-X is now rebooted, and we will see that we cannot reach it at 192.168.3.1. At this point, with an IP address and a different subnet, we're going to have to change our computer Ethernet connection. Now we can type in 192.168.175, and there's our block. Once you have the Line-X block up and running and you've power cycled it and got them back online with it, and you'll see here that the IP address is now stuck in it and it is static over here and has it all set up. Now we are ready to go, and one time only, first time you use one of these blocks, you need to get a CSP Plus file from Belden for this block. And then we'll have to put that into our Mitsubishi software. We will do this by going to Belden.com. Going to search, I did a Control C, I'm just going to press Control V, hit enter. This is our block right here, the 3913. I'll scroll down here. Under software, it's a CSPP zip, EN for English. This is what we want. If I click on this to download it, I'm going to get a message here, and that message is going to take up more than the whole screen. I actually won't be able to get all the way to the bottom of it. The workaround is, rather than clicking, you right click and you click Save As. And for this demonstration, I will save that onto my desktop. Here's that file saved on my desktop. I'm gonna come here, right click on it and extract all. And now it is extracted onto my desktop. From the Mitsubishi Nelsoft GX-Works 3, I can come in here to Tools. This has to be done without a program running. And you go down to Profile Management, Register. The Register Profile window here. Want to go to the desktop. This file right here where I extract it and click Register. And you'll get a message saying that the registration of the profile is complete. That one actually was already installed in this machine. This is an empty project that has my CPU set up. We come down here to our processor. Under our processor, double click on module parameter. From there, we come down here to CC Link IA field basic settings. Not to use, we click that and we change that to use. Now in the detailed setting, come in here and we'll just click Detect Now. It went out and found that module. We'll right click or click on this and then right click and click the communication setting reflection of slave station. It says it will be executed. Okay, yes. Communication setting of station number 1, slave station, was completed. Just click OK. In their manual, they talk about going into the online, and you can come in here to the parameter. Don't do it. In doing that, we can actually cause the block to stop working. So we have to actually reset it back to the factory settings and start all over again. So you're best off just leaving that alone. At this point, we will hit our X up here. And we want the settings to be updated or saved. Now we can double click on the detailed settings here. And for all of these, we're going to have to go specify. Our target needs to be specified device. RX, we're going to map to X. RY, we're going to map to Y. RWR to D, and RWW to D. And we're going to start at 1,000 for all of them. X data, our Y data. This will be our read. Data coming in from the I/O ports will start at 1,000 and go up through 1 127, and at 1128 we will start our write data. 128 data points for 8 stations. That means that we're going to have data at 0 and at 16 and 32 and 48 for those first 4 ports. Click apply. And now we will write our data to the PLC. Select all and execute. Put the PLC into a run state. If this is your first download to the PLC, you will need to do the reset and back to run. To observe the IO-Link channel data, we need to enter in our port data locations down here in the watch window. D1000 for port 1, D1016 for port 2, D1032 for port 3, and port 4 will be D1048. We need to come up here to online watch and start watching. Now, I will take an IO-Link device, plug it into port 1, and we have data coming in on port 1. I move my distance to change my data. You can see it changes. I can change my port from port 1, port 2, and the data will start coming in on port 2. Move it from 2 to 3, and the data is on port 3. And to port 4, and our data is on port 4. Depending on the device that's being used, there may need to be bit manipulation and or byte swapping that needs to happen. That's going to be dependent on what device is being used.